Hi guys, Chosen Reactions, and this video I'm going to react to episode 9 of season 2 of Babylon 5. Let's get into it.
I wish you would change your mind. The doctors say your condition is very delicate. The least amount of stress.
All the more reason why I should go now, while I still
I'm surprised
can.
his hair isn't the
What I
same
must
way.
do, I cannot wait any longer.
Oh, never mind.
When you get to be as old as I, the trappings of status are not as important as they used to be. Sometimes I think our women are right when they shave their heads and rise above these things.
Now, if the Emperor wants to come and visit Babylon 5, I think it's great. It raises our visibility and it helps the folks back home think that maybe we're doing some good.
Unless he gets killed here
So
on
you're
Babylon
going
5.
to allow this, even over my objections?
What did I suddenly turn invisible or something? Jakar, you are in a position to negotiate directly with the head of the Centauri Republic. And you're wasting it on a tantrum.
I shouldn't have expected you to understand, Captain. My mistake. I will not make it again.
Don't do something we'll both regret.
It's too late for that, Captain.
Oh. Yeah, Sheridan, I'm not sure you really went about it the right way. And calling it a tantrum? I mean, sure, you can say, I know that they said the Emperor himself didn't do anything, but like, does it really mean that for Jakar you can just like, oh, let's just forget about the whole past of his family and the fact that he's literally, God knows how much riches and all of that he gained from his family's history over all the blood and the Narn people that have died. I mean, Sheridan, you can't just be like, I can't help but wonder how Sinclair would have, handled this conversation. I still think he would have let the Emperor come to Babylon 5, but I don't know. The coming of shadows. No, why is the name the coming of shadows?
Oh, back again.
Where do I
eh?
recognize him from?
3 times this month.
When he passes, all that will remain is the memory that we were right. We must position ourselves to move in when the time is right. Well, I will leave you to study the speech. If you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Yeah, like how the hell can I stop this? Getting his whole track.
On behalf of the Centauri Republic, I offer the hands of friendship.
On behalf of the Earth Alliance, I accept.
In the moment that I strike, the Emperor and I will both die. Or he will die, and I will spend my life in prison. Or I will fail and be killed. For the first time in my life, the path is clear.
And of course they'll set to use that shot. Totally not terrifying at all.
You seem interested in why people chose to be here.
It has occurred to me recently that I have never chosen anything. I was born into a role that had been prepared for me. I did everything I was asked to do because it never occurred to me to choose otherwise. The past tempts us, the present confuses us, and the future frightens us. And our lives slip away, moment by moment, lost in that vast, terrible in-between. But there is still time to seize that one last fragile moment. To choose something better. To make a difference, as you say. And I intend to do just that.
Jeez, that that hit me in the feels. Damn.
Well, speaking too much to hope for, look what just walked in.
Excuse me. Ambassador,
Captain,
I see you've changed your mind about opening up a dialogue.
I make no promises.
Have you forgot
but I
about
will
the
hear
threats?
what he has to say.
Okay, pal. You've got 10 seconds to explain why you're following me.
I need to talk to you.
About what? Relax, I got him. So talk. That's what I figured.
wait, he's... Oh. I figured Jakar wouldn't, you know, have the chance
Majesty.
to... Whoa, wait a minute.
I wished I'd known of your condition.
I
when
thought you
arrived.
literally
Could've
just
done something.
died.
Tried something.
Never mind then, Jakar can still do some
The
things.
government is asking to have you transferred to your warship. Now, I told them that moving you right now could be fatal. I want your permission.
There is something more important than where I die.
I believe there is a non-colony on the border of Centauri
No,
space
no,
called
no,
the
no,
14.
that's where the shadow step in.
A colony. It's a listening post. They've been using it to spy on us for years. By all rights, that entire planet should be ours.
Well then, let us take it back.
We couldn't take it without a major assault.
Oh, it's...
We would lose thousands of lives.
I will take care of it.
Londo, don't do this.
Listen,
Choice!
Yes,
you have a choice.
Londo, please, please, please. I know you don't listen to me, but I'm asking you just this one time. Don't do this. There's no turning back once you start down that road.
Do I have to go find him myself?
I had prepared myself. I had made my peace with the universe, put all my affairs in order. I had the dagger in my hand. And he has the indecency to start dying on his own.
The
Never
indecency?
in my life have I seen a worse case of timing. Well, you'd think he could have waited a few more minutes.
Yeah, like
before-
he just decided to, like,
is
yeah,
it?
let me just die right
Dr.
now.
Franklin. He wanted to say he's sorry.
What?
He came all the way out here, risked his health and endangered his life so that he could stand beside a Narn in neutral territory and apologize. The hatred between our people can never end until someone is willing to say, I'm sorry. And try and find a way to make things right again, to atone for our actions. He said it was the only choice he ever made in his life, and now that seems to have been taken away from him.
I had no idea.
No, I'm sure you didn't. Maybe that's the biggest tragedy of the whole damn story.
And it's about to get bigger if this war happens.
Heat this up, Shakar, and soon you won't have a planet to protect.
Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa! Oh! From the previous season! Oh my god!
Attack! All wings, attack!
Why do I keep being surprised that this horribleness is happening? Like, I keep thinking the whole time, like, nah, something is gonna prevent this or that. Like, I should know better.
Where are they coming from? What are they? Sit, Bolai.
God, when
It's
is he
not every
going
day I
to
have a
hear?
revelation, you know. Two of your finest.
Oh my god, no.
I've heard something, and it makes me think there is still hope for us after all.
Oh my god.
I
I'll be-
believed your people to the health of your emperor, and perhaps
Oh
to
my
your health
god,
as
I
well.
would.
To the Emperor.
We're never going to see
Thank
Jakar like this ever again. Wow. I feel sick.
Chief, the prisoner's asking to speak to you again.
All of this is happening in just
Jack, give me a
one
break.
episode.
Kinda day
Not
it's
even
been.
two-parted.
He says it's important.
Play.
Hello, old friend. It's been a while.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm entrusting this message to an associate of mine who has sworn to bring it to you at any cost, including his own life. My job on the Minbari homeworld is more than just representing Earth. The president doesn't know about that part yet, and I don't think it'd be wise for you to tell him. There's a great darkness coming, Michael.
That was the last thing I expected. God, what is this episode?
Resume.
Their job for now is to patrol the frontier, to listen, to watch, and return with reports too sensitive to entrust to regular channels. They are my eyes and ears. Where you see them, you see me.
I'll report more when I learn of it.
I reached out my hand. betrayed me. He knew! And he betrayed me!
Set one foot in Ambassador Malari's quarters, you'll either be dead or gone. Either way, you won't help your people.
They'll kill everyone, don't you understand? They've done it before, they'll kill everyone!
Then you're gonna have to decide what's more important to you, Jakar. Revenge or saving the lives of your people.
Is that Jakar? What is that? Oh! Gosh.
How will this end?
In fire.
It fell within a matter of hours, and not one of our people was hurt or killed in the process. All of Homeworld.
I really wish you didn't have to hear that.
We are again what we should be. All we lack is your blessing.
He's dead.
What did he say?
Continue. Take my people back to the stars.
You fucking liar.
He said that we are both damned.
And that's the truth.
Well, it's a small enough price to pay for immortality.
Will you let them return to the Narn homeworld?
No, I'm afraid we can't do that. But I am sure that my government will find some productive activity for them.
Forced labor camps.
This attack on our largest civilian colony has inflicted terrible damage and loss of life. They have crossed the line we cannot allow them to cross. As a result, 2 hours ago, my government officially declared war against the Centauri Republic. Our hope for peace is over. We are now at war.
No, I have no desire to be emperor. No, I prefer to work behind the scenes. The reward is nearly as great, and the risk far, far less.
Yeah, especially that
So
risk
I want to
part,
thank you again
huh?
for your help. You may have saved the lives of 250,000 Narns.
Hello, old friend.
I'm sorry, what the hell was this episode? Excuse me. Excuse me. Yeah, even though I know that, you know, shit really goes down in Babylon 5, I don't know what the hell was up with me today. I just somehow assumed, like, oh, you know, I'm gonna watch some Babylon 5, you know, after that some This Is Us. Yeah. Not really some casual watching. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. But yeah, I do think this is one of the best episodes so far. I'm shocked. So much has happened in these, what, like 40 minutes? And the quality of it. We just continue to raise the bar. And then, you know, don't even get me started on the fact that I got to see Sinclair again. I'm still shocked. I not for a single second did I think that the message would be from Sinclair. Or even better, you know, we get to see him. You know, they could have also, like, I don't know, some reason went for like a letter, even though it wouldn't really make sense with the technology, but still. I'm very happy that I got to see, even though it was also painful because, I mean, sure, I like Sheridan, and I feel like I'm growing more fond of him, you know, with almost every episode, but I mean, it's no secret that Sinclair was my favorite character. I was very much attached to him, and yeah, I do very much miss him, so, I mean, is anyone surprised of the tears? I don't think so. So, you know, just seeing Sinclair again, that's already like, woo, a huge plus. But just the storyline itself, really, like, war between the Centauri and the Narn has begun again. And I know we've been building it up for quite a while, but again, you would think as a pessimist I would have expected it, but somehow I kept believing like, yeah, no, we're not going to do this, or at least not now. But it just continued to spiral and spiral, and there were so many extremely painful moments. But yeah, I don't know, the pacing as well was so well done. First of all, you know, we're starting off with seeing the Emperor of the Centauri. I'm like, wait, what? Immediately, like in just a few minutes, we get a very good image of who he is as a person, and immediately understand like, oh, you know, immediately it's clear why, you know, the Centauri people like Londo are not really fond of him, because it is visible that he, you know, he doesn't really like, he's not obsessed about having like this like showing off his what is the word, status. Like he's not caring as much about appearances, you know, for example with the hair that we got to see. But more importantly, the main point is that he is not glamorizing or romanticizing their past, and with their past I mainly mean the war that was between the Centauri and Narn, and the horrible things that they've done, including making them slaves. No, matter of fact, he himself was disgusted of that past, to say the least. And not just that, was actually taking action, or at least trying to do what he could, for what I can tell based on this episode, to somehow, well, obviously you can't, like, make it right again, but, like, at least, you know, admitting that what they did was wrong. Obviously, I know that's the understatement how I put it. Giving concessions, you know, trying to do things that would somehow, again, you can't really do that, but like, you know, to put it simply, restore the balance, which again, you can't. Which is obviously totally at odds of what the Centauri are, well, in general. Specifically when I look at Londo, like, God, the amount of times that he has been almost like drooling while talking about their terrific, you know, achievements that they've achieved in the past, or like, you know, their past emperor, blah blah blah, and what they want to do now again. So yeah, at first when I was like, oh, the emperor, here it is, but then very quickly I definitely got felt like an attachment to him, and that was solidified when we find out that the message was that he made it all the way down to Babylon 5 because he wanted to apologize to G'Kar in person. He wanted to do it in person because he knows how important it is, and like, it's the least you can freaking do, which again, a lot of damn countries, like just the world in general, just doesn't seem to grasp. I was definitely shocked. And the acting, my God, the acting, like, again, I have to give, like, major props to everyone, but, like, I do feel like I specifically want to call out the actor who plays G'Kar. My God. Again, even though with all the prosthetics and stuff, he's not getting drawn by the makeup, you can still all see it in the face. Like, how? But yeah, I got emotional as well. I mean, how can you not? You could see how much that meant to him, and how, like, specifically because we saw him get ready to kill the Emperor, and for what he thought he stood for. And at first, you know, when that didn't happen because it seemed like the Emperor was already, like, dying, then he finds out, like, yo, this is completely at odds of what I thought. What's going on? Like, this gave him hope again. Like, that's the thing. He got hope that, you know, maybe not all Centauri are, you know, bad. Maybe they're not just capable of doing tremendous amounts of pain. Maybe there is hope that there can be true peace between us. And, like, that wasn't painful enough. We also got the scene, like, after Londo, with the help of, like, Morden and the Shadows, sounds like a weird band, destroyed the colony, like the Narn colony, Like, we saw that happen. Jakar didn't know that yet, and he was still... Like it was enlightened. Like, oh my god, just... He totally seemed different. And just, like, treating Londo, like, even wishing him well, and the Emperor well, like... It's just this whole big, like, what if? Like, what if Londo did not do? What if Londo listened to Verkodo? Listened to the conscience? Like, Verkodo's definitely, like, the conscience he needs. Like, actually did that. Like, what could have been? And, oh, it was so hard to watch that, knowing that any second, Jakar would find out about the horrible events that has happened. And knowing that he would immediately think about the war that's happened before, like 100-year war, and feeling like it's gonna happen again. Once again, so many people are gonna get killed, so many people are gonna end up as slaves. And, like, he knew, oh my god. And it was even worse than I thought when he did find out. And I did not blame him in the slightest for wanting to kill Londo. No, I did not at all. I can't deny that I actually also got a little bit angry at Sheridan, even though that I knew, obviously he had to stop him. Obviously, you know, like for the mission what we do with Rebel 5, like, Sheridan's actions made sense, but I can't deny that I did get, like, a little bit angry at him. But I was relieved that, well, not for Londo, no, but relieved for Jakar, because I did not want him to get killed, so I was relieved that Sheridan was able to, you know, to stop him. But I did feel bad when, you know, Jakar, like, he stopped, he was crashing down, and there he was all alone. And they, you know, Sheridan didn't really know. It was just like, you know, leave him. But, like, I don't know. I felt so bad seeing him there. God knows all the things that went through his mind. And no one really, you know, being able there to, like, I don't know, to comfort him or something. Like, well, how can you even comfort him? Knowing that, like, how many Narn people got killed? Or, like, the fact that he literally reached out to Londo. Well, Londo, like, did that thing already. Whew. Let me just... But yeah, okay, I'm going to be a little bit, like, I'm already messy, but I'm kind of trying to look to my main points of my messy notes. But wait, just, let me take one more second so I can kind of highlight some of those messy notes. Alright, okay, I'm back with my messy notes. Tried to highlight some of them. So, I guess there are a few more points I would like to discuss. Like, what I also enjoyed or found very interesting was, of course, the conversation between the Emperor and Sheridan, and where, you know, the Emperor asked Sheridan, like, you know, if what he was doing or how he ended up here, if it was his choice or not. And, you know, we find out that at the time that he, I guess, started, you know, people weren't drafted yet, so it was his own choice. And the Emperor was wondering himself, because obviously he was born into his, I guess, role as Emperor. It's not like he really had, well, at first glance doesn't really have much of a choice of what he's going to do later on, etc. And him wondering what could have been. Like, from what I've seen, you know, he's definitely the kind of Emperor that the Centauri need, but obviously they just can't seem to grasp, because, and, you know, again, it's a total odds of what their culture is like at the moment, which is all about status and conquering, pretty much like owning whatever you can own, including people, apparently. Which is totally, you know, the big contrast with the Emperor. But again, you know, they needed another Emperor like him. But yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. I don't think so. So that's also something I found interesting. You know, again, you know, it's those obvious things. You know, you can have a certain, you could be born into like privilege and huge amounts of privilege, but again, really matters what you do with that privilege. A lot of time for people who don't have those same privileges as you. But in this case, like I said, acknowledging the past and also, you know, try to do as much as you can to make it right. I'm not sure if I already discussed this before with Babylon 5. If I have, so for repeating myself. But like, you know, it's one of those obvious examples. Again, I do think I've said it before, but like, you know, countries not wanting to apologize for horrible things that they have done like so many years ago, because not just like, obviously you have the countries where they're like, oh, we didn't do that, you know, denying it, but then you also have countries who I guess would wanna, you know, like, apologize, but like if they're admitting it, then they're afraid that they have to pay huge amounts of damages, and I'm like, of course you have to open up your damn wallet. So yeah, you know, watching this, seeing the Emperor say, like, finding out he wanted to apologize again, it's just, it definitely gets me in the feels, because it's like, you know, I wish that I lived in a world where, you know, people in power would actually admit those things, what they have done, and how it still affects people. I mean, you know, people of color, black people, you know, would be very nice. Would be nice if I, like, would witness that in my own life, you know, including the Netherlands, if they would admit certain things and not just care about the lawsuits, or like not care about that at all. So yeah, seeing an episode like this, you know, it's like, the thing is, this episode had this weird, well, not weird, but like this effed up mix for me, for like having those moments of like hope, or like what could have been, but then at the same time also like taking that hope away and just slapping you multiple times, giving you like another one of those reality checks which you wish it wasn't a reality check. Am I making sense? I don't know. Anyways, we also got to see Londo's visions multiple times, and we've heard about his vision about his death, like where, you know, that he saw Jakar strangling him and him strangling Jakar, and that is the way that he would die in season 1. And then he also heard, that was him, right? Yeah, also a vision of like people being, I think it was like frightened of him. Like the thing is, it came down to that clearly if he would be an emperor or like in charge, things wouldn't end so well, basically. So we didn't really get like that much new information, but did get a lot of like effed up visuals, including the shadows. But more importantly, those visions, like having those visions, actually made him too scared to become an emperor, I guess, at this moment, after all. Because like what Ver pointed out, he could have asked, you know, for a position in the royal court, but he didn't, because he says that he doesn't want to be an emperor anymore, because he, I guess, calculated the risk over the benefits are a lot bigger than he wanted it to be. But, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if at some point he wants to be emperor again. Plus also, who says that you have a choice, my dude? Because it won't take that long before Mordin is gonna show up and is gonna like, it's gonna be like, hey, you know, we wanna like return, we want to see some returns of what we gave you. I very much doubt it is not part of their plan of having Londo on the seat of the, you know, on the emperor's throne. So yeah, I very much doubt that he's gonna have a lot of say in that. So yeah, I've already said that obviously I was very happy with seeing Sinclair again. I would love to see him again, but already been informed about why he left the show. But I haven't even discussed like what he was, like his message. And to be fair, maybe I missed some things, but I think it comes down, because, you know, I was a little bit, you know, emotional, that we have like rangers, almost like Babylon 5, who are his eyes and ears, who are like on the front line, and they're like, like both humans and Minbari, they're like drawn to fight together, and I guess basically they're like, they know that the shadows are like coming closer. They know that we have to like find some way, I guess, to up the odds, you know, and actually find a way to defeat them. But yeah, obviously they needed lots of information for that, and they needed. I mean, Sinclair needs Garibaldi's help, and I'm sure, you know, we'll make that happen. But yeah, I'm curious to see how exactly the Matrix is gonna play a role at the moment. Like, are they already, like, obviously they can't be too much in the forefront. They're kind of like in the shadows. Okay, that was bad. But yeah, I'm wondering when that, like, that's I don't know. There's a lot to wonder about. I guess it's just another thing I have to wait and see. But yeah, I do like it that we have, you know, it's now clear. I mean, I assumed, that obviously, I mean, I'm not sure it was like on screen, but like Sinclair was gonna get some information from Babylon 5, but now it's good to have that confirmation. And also that they have to stay close to Kosh, who is still vague, but like in a creepy way, which is also nothing new, because the Emperor asked Kosh how it would end, and he said it will end in fire. Like, end in fire. Something tells he's not talking about like passion. Also, I felt horrible that the Emperor had to hear about this milestone of how the Centauri like destroyed the largest civilian colony. I must say that he had to hear that right before he died. And, you know, he did give a message, like his final words he gave to Londo. And Londo, of course, like, lied so that the telepaths would give that bullshit to the other telepaths back in the home world. And they can continue their streak of like, hey, let's kill all the Narns, and yeah, that will totally do good. Anyways, the lie was, you know, that the Emperor said, continue to take our people to the stars. But what he actually said was, you're both damned. They are definitely both damned. But the thing is, I wish those were the two who were only damned. But they're damning everyone. And with everyone, I'm not just talking about, obviously I'm not just talking about the Centaur, but like literally everyone. Yeah, and this was a big episode. My God. But again, a very good one. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I could discuss more, but I'm already kind of struggling. So I think I'm gonna stop it here. But yeah. Very curious to your thoughts. Alright, thanks so much for watching. Bye.